How did humans manage to avoid war for more than 1,000 years? It's all because of the Galactic Federation's incredible space diplomacy. Here's how. As the galaxy's three suns merged into the horizon, silence enveloped the Galactic Federation's Great Hall of Peace. A critical treaty was on the agenda tonight, stirring mixed sentiments among the assembly. From a discreet corner, an observer watched, a seasoned diplomat accustomed to the ebbs and flows of interstellar politics. How did humans manage to avoid war for over 1,000 years? The diplomat pondered cynically. Most would point to our treaties, as fragile as peace itself, yet here we stand, bound by words that have withstood centuries. The hall, a monumental structure at the Federation's core, was adorned with holographic star maps and historic peace accords, casting a gentle glow over the delegates. Among them were beings of all forms, some covered in bioluminescent scales, others sporting multiple sensory appendages, each representing civilizations both ancient and nascent. Each new member brought its own set of complexities and old-world fears, the observer considered, their thoughts laced with a mix of amusement and foreboding. And yet, it was humanity's unexpected diplomatic grace that often bridged these divides. Our knack for blending myriad cultural threads into a cohesive tapestry was what eventually marked us as leaders in peace negotiations. Preparations to engage in tonight's diplomacy were tinged with the gravity of human history in the Federation. A millennium of peace, shaped by human hands through unending dialogue and mutual understanding. Tonight's meeting was another cornerstone to test the strength of that peace. Surveying the assembly once more, the diplomat adjusted their stance, ready to contribute yet another layer to the intricate mosaic of galactic harmony. With a hint of irony and a flicker of hope, they mused, "Let's see if our legendary diplomacy can extend the peace just a bit longer." Stepping into the luminous pathway leading to the central podium, the future of peace hung quietly in balance. The Galactic Federation was not just a political entity, but a marvel of interstellar cooperation and technology. The Great Hall of Peace, with its vast translucent dome, offered a panoramic view of the cosmos, serving as a daily reminder of the Federation's commitment to harmony among stars. Architectural designs varied dramatically within the Federation. Floating gardens of Zeltrax IV, crystal cities of Andara, and the cloud-piercing towers of Sileth, each a testament to the unique contributions of its member species. Inside the hall, a myriad of languages filled the air, translated instantly by neural implants to each attendee. Cultural diversity was the Federation's cornerstone, celebrated annually at the Festival of Stars, where each civilization showcased its heritage through art, music, and cuisine. Yet, beneath this spectacle of unity, subtle integration mechanisms worked tirelessly. Intercultural education programs, exchange initiatives, and joint exploration missions designed to foster mutual understanding and respect. Humans, relatively new to the Federation, had quickly found their niche. Their diplomatic corps was renowned, not for its eloquence, but for its ability to listen, to truly hear and understand the concerns of all parties. This skill had proven crucial during the Kresian Crisis, where human diplomats had mediated between conflicting factions over resource rights, turning what could have been a devastating war into a joint mining venture. However, peace was as delicate as it was deliberate. A new challenge loomed on the horizon, originating from a seemingly benign incident at the recent Interstellar Trade Conference. A misinterpretation of a trade agreement's terms by the Thulians, a species known for their literal mindedness, had led to a blockade of essential resources destined for the border worlds. The stakes were high, especially for humanity. The border worlds were crucial to human expansion and resource needs. More importantly, human-led initiatives had been instrumental in bringing these worlds into the Federation, promising them security and prosperity under the galactic umbrella. A failure here could not only destabilize the region, but also undermine faith in human diplomacy and the Federation's ability to maintain peace. Efforts to resolve the crisis began with a series of high-stakes negotiations, facilitated by human diplomats. The initial meetings were fraught with tension, misunderstandings further fueled by deep-seated prejudices and historical grievances. Yet, each session brought small steps toward understanding. Humans leveraged every diplomatic tool at their disposal: empathetic listening, cultural appreciation, and, when necessary, strategic concessions. As these negotiations unfolded, it became clear that more than just resources were on the line. The very principles upon which the Federation was built, cooperation, respect for diversity, and peaceful resolution of conflicts, were being tested. The diplomats knew that navigating this crisis would require all their skill, and perhaps a bit of the legendary human ingenuity that had helped forge the Federation itself. In the vast assembly of the Galactic Federation, humans were often noted not for their imposing stature or striking appearances, traits common in the galaxy's more visually dramatic species, but for their quiet tenacity and clever negotiation tactics. Observers from other worlds initially met them with skepticism. After all, humans lacked the physical robustness of the Kragans or the cerebral prowess of the Silith minds. Yet, as centuries passed, this skepticism turned into a grudging respect and then into outright admiration. At diplomatic gatherings, human representatives could often be seen sharing light moments with their counterparts. Their humor, a mix of irony, self-deprecation, and the occasional poorly timed pun, often broke the ice in tense situations, revealing a disarming charm. For instance, during a critical summit, a human diplomat lightened a heated debate by joking, "At least we can all agree that a good cup of coffee might just be more valuable than neutronium in these negotiations." This was met with laughter, even from species who consumed raw energy instead of beverages. Human history was introduced to the Federation not as a tale of conquests or dominion, as was typical with many other members, but as a story of resilience and cooperation. From their turbulent past on Earth, fraught with conflicts and near self-destruction, came lessons that shaped their approach to galactic diplomacy. These stories were shared not to evoke pity or to boast, but rather to underscore a shared narrative of overcoming adversity through unity. Progressive revelations about humanity's traits continued to unfold in various Federation forums. A notable moment came when a human aid convoy braved a supernova-threatened route to deliver vaccines to a plague-stricken planet. This act didn't just save millions of Earths. Within the vast alliance of the Galactic Federation, peace was maintained through a delicate balance of cultural understanding and diplomacy. However, misunderstandings were inevitable, given the diversity of species. A recent incident exemplified this, when a standard greeting gesture from the human representatives was misinterpreted by another species, for whom such physical interactions signaled a declaration of conflict. This misunderstanding sparked a series of diplomatic challenges, escalating tensions across the Federation. The situation highlighted not only the cultural differences within the vast alliance, but also the varying power dynamics. Several older, more influential members of the Federation saw this as an opportunity to question the roles and intentions of newer members, including humans. As these events unfolded, it became clear that the humans' straightforward communication style was at odds with the more reserved and formal traditions of some species. Despite this, their efforts to resolve the misunderstanding were notable. They proposed open forums for discussion, transparency in sharing intentions, and formal apologies, contrasting with the secretive tactics sometimes employed by others. The conflict escalated to a critical point, posing a fundamental question about the Federation's future. Could such a diverse collection of species coexist peacefully? In response, humans suggested a Federation-wide initiative for cultural sensitivity and communication protocol revision, aiming to prevent similar misunderstandings. At a crucial assembly meeting, tension was palpable. With the Federation teetering on the edge of a diplomatic crisis, a significant proposal was put forward, not by an individual, but as a collective human initiative. It addressed the need for deeper understanding and respect across all Federation members, proposing practical steps towards achieving it. The sincerity and proactive approach of the proposal resonated throughout the assembly, initiating a shift in the atmosphere. What began as a session marked by discord transformed into a collective acknowledgement of shared challenges. The members, influenced by the proposal, began to express their support, recognizing the potential for strengthening the Federation's unity through improved mutual understanding. In the Grand Chamber of the Galactic Federation, a silence had settled as the vote on the new Cultural Sensitivity Initiative was cast. The results were displayed in real time on the holographic screens encircling the hall, flashes of light representing each vote from the member species. As the final tally was confirmed, a collective breath was released. The initiative had passed, not just by a simple majority, but overwhelmingly marking a pivotal moment in the history of the Federation. This outcome was not merely a legislative victory, but a testament to the Federation's evolving ethos. The misunderstanding that had almost escalated into conflict now paved the way for a deeper connection between all species. It was a moment of unexpected unity, forged not in the face of external threats, but through the internal recognition of shared values and aspirations. The hall erupted in spontaneous applause, a rare occurrence in the typically stoic proceedings of the Federation. Members from different worlds who, days before, had debated fiercely, now exchanged nods and even smiles, a silent acknowledgement of the newfound respect forged through adversity. The humans, catalysts of this transformative moment, were seen not as the orchestrators, but as equal participants in a collective journey towards greater understanding. As the assembly adjourned, the reflective narration of an unnamed diplomat captured the essence of the day. Today, we did not just avert a crisis, we embraced a future where our differences are not just tolerated, but understood and valued. May this day be remembered not for the conflict it averted, but for the unity it inspired. This resolution marked a new chapter for the Galactic Federation, promising a future built on the robust pillars of respect, understanding, and mutual cooperation, principles that, while always aspired to, were now truly beginning to take hold. As the lights dimmed in the Great Hall of Peace and the delegates dispersed, a quiet contemplation settled over the galaxy. The successful passage of the Cultural Sensitivity Initiative marked a significant milestone for the Galactic Federation, illustrating a renewed commitment to unity and understanding among its myriad members. Across planets and star systems, news of the Assembly's decision rippled through various media, sparking discussions and debates. For many, it was a moment of pride. For others, a call to reevaluate long-held prejudices. Yet, above all, it was a clear demonstration of what could be achieved when diverse species chose dialogue over conflict. In the quieter corners of the Federation, from bustling spaceports to serene outer colonies, humans and other species began to witness the practical effects of the new policies. Workshops, exchange programs, and shared projects flourished, slowly weaving a tighter fabric of interstellar relations. Each initiative, each program, was a step toward dissolving the invisible barriers that had once threatened to divide. Reflecting on the events, a seasoned diplomat, whose identity remained anonymous within the historical archives, penned a memoir that would become a recommended text in diplomatic academies across the Federation. In diplomacy, the memoir read, the truest strength lies not in the ability to persuade others to one's own point of view, but in the capacity to understand and appreciate the perspectives of all. This is the lesson of the Galactic Federation, a lesson of peace through understanding. And so, as another century dawned, the Galactic Federation stood not merely as a symbol of unity, but as a living embodiment of the complex, beautiful reality of cooperation. And that's a wrap on how humanity played its part in 1,000 years of galactic peace. If you're curious about more interstellar tales and galactic mysteries, click on the cards popping up now to watch my other videos. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Want to dive deeper into science fiction stories or share your thoughts on cosmic diplomacy? Drop a comment below. I love hearing from you. Thanks for watching, and scroll through our channel for even more exciting sci-fi adventures. See you next time in the galaxy far, far away.